Hey everybody, Merry Christmas and God bless. We're going to be talking about Jack Murphy, his cuckery, cowardice, and all the awful things that he is. And we're going to be going over the Cuck article that he was very adverse to talking about, but we're going to talk about it and I'm going to show you. I got receipts. But to really put everything in perspective, we're going to talk about who Jack Murphy pretends to be, who what he presents himself as. He presents himself. He claims to be like this masculinity coach, this man coach, this right wing MAGA bro dude who teaches other men how to be like MAGA bro dudes or whatever. And it's kind of like silly and stupid. And he's also the cult leader of this thing called the Liminal Order, and it's total cringe. So let's just go ahead and read about this on his website, jackmurphylive.com. So the Liminal Order, you got like some Illuminati shit going on up here, kind of weird. Now this is kind of embarrassing to read, so I'm going to include a laugh track to soften the embarrassment. So the Liminal Order. The Liminal Order is an exclusive men's organization whose mission is to change our culture by changing ourselves. We ascribe to positive masculinity and believe in the power of individual accountability. The men of the Liminal Order know we must improve ourselves such that we may be of better service to our families, communities, and our nation. Through education, training, fraternity, and service, the Liminal Order equips the mind, body, and spirit to thrive in today's chaotic culture. We help men help mankind. All right. Yeah, it's quite a mouthful. Really ridiculous. It's a bunch of new age hippie trippy bullshit, if you ask me. By the way, I don't believe anybody is going to get anything out of joining this cult, the Liminal Order. You're not going to learn anything about masculinity or being an honorable, good man, especially from somebody who watches other men plow his own girlfriend in the ass while he's writing cuck articles for BuzzFeed and Vox News. But whatever, man. To each his own. What else do we got here? So what really spearheaded this whole situation about Jack Murphy, and it was his appearance on the Elijah Schaffer podcast, which really did expose multiple people. One of them being Elijah Schaffer, which I don't want to spend too much time on. We'll react to it in a second, but he essentially has like this titty baby outburst on this show, and he gets like hella insecure because he gets asked about being a cuck. So let's just go ahead and watch, and then we're going to talk about the actual cuckery and the more sinister, duplicitous element to Jack Murphy, the cuck. Oh yeah, by the way, his real name is like Jack Goldstein or something. Of course it would be. He is a pathetic cuck. So anyways, here we go.
Goes, Mr. Dukenball said,
Could you please clear up the cuck article you wrote?
I am not going to talk about
Again?
this.
Okay.
And basically, you know what? Fuck you for bringing this up right here and right now. Why are you doing this to me?
I didn't know that. I didn't know what it was.
Well, just use a little bit of fucking common sense.
Sorry, apologies.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Elizabeth.
Heartfelt.
Elizabeth.
Wow. So I got a few thoughts about this. So first off, Elijah Schaffer. I generally have a positive view of Elijah Schaffer. I think he's a nice person. And if I really wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, it was a chaotic situation. He probably, didn't really understand what was happening because it happened so quickly. He didn't know if people were joking or whatever. Again, it's the internet, it's a show. You never know. You never really know. It's a tough spot to be in. I can appreciate that. However, after the fact, he goes on Twitter and he's like, "Oh, all these people, white knighting or cringe. People who are white knights are cringe." You know what, buddy? You know what's cringe? Having this whiny titty baby cuck go on your show, insult your co-host who's your friend as well, make a big old scene because she read a super chat, and then you just sitting there giggling like a little girl. I mean, I think that's kind of cringe if you ask me. I don't know about you guys, but I got some friends. And, I'm not always around, and people are trashing me. People are bearing false witness against me. People are saying false things about me. I expect them to defend me because that's what I do. I defend my friends. And, I can prove my behavior. I can prove my personality. Like, I'm a part of the 2A community, and I made videos defending Mr. Paul Harrell, Mr. Guns and Gear, and, of course, Lucas of T-Rex Arms. These guys are tough. These guys are amazing. They're large creators, but this is my community. And I stood up for them. I defended them, and I insulted and called out these fucking bullies, these creeps like the Antifa Santa Claus, like Mr. Guns and not Mr. Guns. I apologize. Caleb of Gun Nuts Media, and of course, what's that other guy? The Navy dork, the guy who's making all these phony baloney claims about Lucas of T-Rex Arms. I defended them. And I don't know these guys. I never really interacted with them. I enjoy their content. That's really about it. But, we're a part of the same community. And I hope people try to come at me, that I'm going to be defended the way that I just treat others how I want to be treated. Let's just put it that way. And I expected Elijah Schaffer to defend his friend. It's not simping. Yeah, she's an adorable Australian girl, and she seems so friendly. Like she clearly didn't understand what was happening either. This guy is having this insecure outburst, this cuck outburst, and it's like, yeah, dude, shut that shit down. Be like, yo, dude, calm down. Why don't you explain, what the big deal is? Why don't you use your indoor voice? Why don't you talk to us like regular human beings? It seemed like that the entire conversation was cordial, and then he just turns into like a monster and just starts like devouring this poor girl. And that was my problem with Elijah Schaffer. But now let's talk about Jack Murphy, this epic cuck. And we're gonna go ahead and dive into the cuck article. He did his best to get rid of it on the Wayback Machine, but we have it here on archive.fo. So this article, it starts really hard. Cultivating erotic energy from a surprising source. Today I sent my adoring, loyal, hot young girlfriend of 2 years to have sex with a stranger from Tinder. She is currently at his apartment, checked in with me via text, and is presumably sucking and fucking her way to a good time. I'm alone. Writing. Couldn't be happier. Yeah, I'm sure, Jack. I'm sure you couldn't be happier knowing that another man is plowing the shit out of your girl while you're writing these cuck articles. And I'm going to go ahead and jump to another part. I'm going to type little girls. And then right here, from experience, effort, and education, I become an expert. I learned over time how my natural disposition is to be dominant. For submissive women, I'm practically an ideal. I've had sex slaves, little girls, and tied them all up. Feminists seek me out to fuck them like the patriarchy. Wow. So people are understandably upset for multiple reasons. One, he can't talk about the cuck article without turning into a whiny little bitch. He brands himself as this masculinity bro, this right-wing MAGA masculine coach, but he couldn't regulate his emotions when he was asked a legitimate question about, things that he literally physically wrote. And, now people have questions. People have concerns. People are wondering things, whatever. People are curious. Now, I don't want to dive too much more into the drama shit. I want to go beyond Jack Murphy and his cuckery and really talk about the more predatory nature of people like Jack Murphy, the duplicitous nature, the dishonest nature of people like him, people like Roosh V, people like Cernovich. I can't stand any of these people. Basically what I say about like Hassan Piker, the Kyle Kalinske, and that other fruitcake, David Pacman. Like these guys are just pathetic losers. They never had a real job in their lives. They don't have any skills. And you know what? Neither do some people on the right, like Cernovich, like Roosh V, and like Jack Murphy. These people are shitheads. These people are fucking losers. They have nothing to offer anybody except lies, moronic platitudes, and bullshit memberships to cults that you're not going to get any sort of benefit from. You want to join a club, join a gym membership. Get a gym membership. Join a Las Vegas athletic club. That's do something like that. You're not going to get anything out of joining like the Liminal Order. Like I'm being serious. And like I mentioned earlier, the predatory nature of people like Jack Murphy. This guy preys on people who are vulnerable, who are weak-minded, who are aimless, who are wanderers, who just feel lost in the world. And there's a lot of people on the right, like I'm in some of these Discord channels. I used to talk a lot with and communicate a lot with like some of Gavin McGinnis's people, and they had a pretty big community. And for the most part, most of the guys there and girls, they're perfectly normal. But there's a lot of broken and sad people out there. And I'm not saying this to be cruel and demeaning. Like this shit applies to me. I'm not perfect. I grew up really rough. I was an at-risk youth. Dad stepped out. Drug use in the house, not me, of course. And, just all this other negative stuff. So, like, I understand how hard life can be. And now you have this opportunist, this fucking creep like Jack Murphy tapping into the misery in people's lives and promising them that, oh, I'll make you masculine. I'll make you into a tough guy. I'll make you desirable. Chicks will want to throw their panties at you. Women are going to want to date you. Hot models are going to want to fuck you. All these companies are going to want to hire you. Whatever. You're going to be a part of a fraternity. And there's all these experts, all these really tough, cool guys just like me. and yada yada yada, and he's selling this product which is essentially fucking useless. You're not going to learn about masculinity from a guy who watches strange men fuck his wife in front of him. And I don't give a fuck what Tim Pool says. He's full of shit. I mean, it's like, he's like, oh, we talk about serious things on the Tim Cash show. Dude, you're talking about the Matrix Revolution, or the Matrix 4 movie. And then you start whining and crying about the super chatters bringing up, legitimate shit about this fucking creep. And there's a lot of them, a lot of these people on the right and a lot of these people on the left tapping into the misery and the sadness and the brokenness of these people's lives, both on the left and the right. Offer, if you're a communist, they're promising them utopia. If you buy into my shit, you buy my fucking t-shirt, you vote Democrat, we're going to get utopia. We're going to reach that place. If you're a right-wing, disaffected person, and you listen to people like Jack Murphy, you listen to people like Roosh V, like fucking Cernovich or whatever, chicks are gonna want to fuck you. You're gonna be super masculine and shit, and it's just fucking lame and corny. All these people are corny. Hassan Piker, David Pakman, Secular Talk, Jack Murphy, Cernovich, Roosh V, all these people are talentless fucking hacks. They have nothing to offer anyone except their bullshit ideology that will never help you in the real world at any point, in any way, shape, or form. I could do I do electrical work. I can do a lot of things. I'm about to go back to school so I can do commercial work. But I used to install solar arrays on people's homes, which is incredibly difficult to do. Can these guys do that? Can any of these people do that? Bend conduit? Do residential electrical work? Do they know their way around the tools behind me right here? Can they maintain and assemble a sophisticated firearm like the AR-15? Not likely. What do they have to offer anybody? This is an educational channel. That's all I talk about here. I'll get you familiar with the tools. I get you familiar with the right armor and gunsmithing techniques. We talk about tech stuff. I used to work in politics, so I understand this stuff a little bit better than most people. I know some of the politicians that the news talks about. And, I'm not full of shit like the fucking set, like Kyle Kalinske, like David Pakman, like Hassan Piker, like Jack Murphy. What do these people have to offer you? Nothing but lies. All these people do is fucking lie. Jack Murphy's a fucking liar, and he's a fucking coward. I never interacted with this guy prior to making this video. I've never interacted with him. He's blocked me. Probably because I disagreed with him or something, or I retweeted something years ago, and he got offended by it in some way. But I never like spoke ill of him, never disparaged him in any way, never came at him or anything like that, and he's blocked me. And this is what he's been doing. He's been blocking all kinds of people who have been calling him out because he writes things like, I've had sex slaves, little girls, and tied them up. But we don't do drama, Tim Pool says. And then of course he tries to, like the coward that he is, he tries to do the whole like virtue signaling bullshit, like, oh, I'm just protecting my people. I'm just protecting my customers, the members of my community, signal to noise ratio, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, who are you kidding? You're just blocking people because your feelings are hurt, because you got exposed for the fucking fraud that you are. And that's all these people. A lot of these people are just frauds, man. I'm so like conscious and anal about the fraud shit. Like, I don't want to be seen as a fraud. I come up here and I'm just fucking real with people. I don't have a script. I love guns, and I want people to learn about the things that I care about. I think it's fun. I think it's cool, and I've made new friends doing this, and it's been so great and meaningful. I think I've learned to speak a little better publicly, and I've become more fearless doing this. And when I post links and stuff to products or services or whatever, like it's just straight to the source. I don't have bullshit affiliate links, man. I'm not out here to fucking game people the way that Jack Murphy is trying to game people. And like in my podcast and on this channel, I've talked about some shit that's really, really hard to talk about. Fucking crying and everything. That's just being fucking raw. But in regards to masculinity and like what is it like to be a good man? What does it take to be a good man, to be an honorable man, to be a man with a shred of dignity. You know, these are hard questions to ask, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know. But I know who doesn't have the answer. That's Jack Murphy. Tim Pool, fucking Rouge V, another fucking fake. You know, he was like a pickup artist. He was like a drug addict and all this shit. Now he's like he went like full Christian. I don't believe him. I don't know. The guy just sounds incredibly disingenuous. He kind of looks like he kind of reminds me of like the Rasputin in that in that one movie, the Kingsman. You know, he's just like this over the top character. The guy's just fucking fake, bro. All these people are fake. They got nothing to offer anybody. And it's like, dude, like no wonder there's so many like angry, like, you know, conservatives, like angry little Republicans running around because they're listening to these people and they're not offering you anything of use. Like there's nothing that Rouge V says that will improve your life. There's nothing that Jack Murphy has to offer that will make your life better or that will solve any of the problems in your life. You got to stumble around in the dark and figure it out on your own because no one's going to come and save you. No one's going to give you the answers willingly. Some people will get lucky and that will happen. But for many of us, no. I didn't. My dad stepped out. He was gone. My mom wasn't much of a source of an inspiration. You know, she doesn't even like me. She wanted to abort me, you know, like just imagine being told as like a young guy that, you know, you're not even wanted by your mom. And, you know, that hurts, man. That takes a toll on you. And it's difficult to have meaningful relationships. You know, it's like, how can, you know, like this happened somewhat recently, you know, and I gotta sort it out and I gotta figure it out on my own or, you know, I'll make new friends and they'll help me get through this, you know. But engaging with people like Jack Murphy and their content and their ideology, it's not going to lead you down the path that's meaningful. It's not going to get you the results that you want because because life is so complicated and you just got to figure it out on your own for the most part. But life is it's like a story, right? You're like the main character. You're the protagonist in your story. And then there's going to be all these supporting characters. You know, the way Sam Kinison put it, brother Sam Kinison, he said that, you know, God puts people in your life. And most of them are there to help you get through it. Most of them are there to teach you. And some of them are really bad and they're the antagonists and you got to defeat them in some way, right? You know, not physically, you know, in a video game, right, Susan? And, you know, you just got to, it's difficult, but it's just like, no, like the answer isn't just going to be fucking handed to you if you give $3,800 or whatever to Jack Murphy. And it's just sad, man. It's just sad seeing a lot of innocent people get taken advantage of by these grifters. And it's upsetting, you know. But fortunately, I never fell for it, and you know, I stumbled around in the dark and I figured it out. And there's still, you know, some things I got to work out on my own, and you know, hopefully, you know, I just recently, not long ago, you know, separated from somebody that I loved and cared about, but they can't have their life on hold because I got some personal issues to work on myself, because I'm still hurting because of some other things, and you know, and she's moved on, and I think that's good. You know, granted, I wish things played out a little bit different, but at least I can say with a good conscience I didn't waste her time. I didn't hurt anybody. And it's mostly just hurt myself, you know, just like, you know, you got some stuff to sort out. You got some stuff to sort out. And I know a lot of people do. You know, I know life is a hard battle for many of us. And just don't let assholes like Jack Murphy, you know, suck you into their bullshit thinking they're going to solve your problems, because it's just going to make you more frustrated after they've taken your money, after they've taken your time. And I mean, you're better off making new friends, finding people who care about you that are going to help you get through whatever it is that you're getting through, because Jack Murphy ain't that fucking guy. Tim Pool's not that fucking guy. Neither is Secular Talk or the Surfs or any of these Hassan Pike. All these fucking losers, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know anything about anything. You know, I would love to see them do the work that I do. I'd love to see them do electrical work. I'd love to see them put firearms together. They can't do anything. These people are fucking useless. They're absolutely useless. That's all I got. Merry Christmas. God bless. God bless Trump. And fuck Joe Biden.